What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? Y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Like, share, subscribe. What's good, man? What's good? It's Wednesday. Almost time for some straightening down in Lorman. Yes, sir. We'll get started here in just a minute, man. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to those Lady Tigers tonight, handling business, man. They came in and they dominated ULL. Not ULL, it's UL now. We're gonna kick the show off tonight, the stream off tonight. Showing some love to the ladies, man. They did their thing, man. Definitely did their thing, and we're gonna do that. Gonna do that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. As soon as you come in, man, hit that like button. I'm gonna get started here in just a minute. I'm actually uploading something real quick. Hopefully it took. Anyway, I ain't gonna waste some more time with that. See what the comments talking about, man. Yeah. Hope y'all like the videos, the coach interviews that was posted. Definitely appreciate our SIP for getting those over to me. So yeah, every time we, get a coach's interview, make sure y'all, if you haven't had a chance to catch out Coach Prime's weekly presser, it's on the page, 27 minutes long. Coach seemed like he's been under the weather. Previewed the Alcorn game. Talked about their wonderful, disgusting visitors locker room. Had Dallas Daniels come on. Of course, he got the East-West Shrine Bowl invite. Aubrey Miller come on, talk about the Senior Bowl invite. Yep, that's it. Senior Bowl. So yeah, man. I'm gonna come on the screen here in just a minute. I just wanted to make sure I had everything I wanted to talk about uploaded. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and kick it off here in just a second. Let me catch these comments, see what y'all talking about. Got a couple people might come on the stream tonight. I know Brother Zoe's supposed to be coming on. I told him take his time. Whenever he comes on, I'll add him to the stream. I know you guys would be happy to see him. Hadn't seen him in a minute. Busy man. Also, might have a special guest stop by tonight. We chopped it up over the phone, and I'm gonna shoot him the link, see if he want to come on tonight. I ain't gonna say who it is, but I just know he played for Alcorn back in the day. Want to come on and talk a little smack, Y'all know how we do it. But, man, anyway, let's get it kicked off, man. Shout out to those JSU Lady Tigers, man. Listen, we how can I say it? Let me take this overlay, y'all, so y'all can see your boy, man. There I go. What's happening, y'all? What's up? What up? Y'all know what it is, man. So proud of our Tigers, man. I watched the whole game, today's game. I caught the last end of last game, but we're gonna talk about it, man. 2 games in a row since the infamous tweet, and it seems like our AD responded. Everything is hunky dory, man. We all good, and everything we moving on, man. So. As you can see, if you watch the game, AD Robinson is definitely in Lubbock with the team. And so let's jump right into it, man. First one up. Now tonight, let's go to this one. So we were going to talk about this one first and foremost, man. Got their first win on yesterday, actually. We took down Texas Tech big time, Big 12, man. Big 12 basketball. Texas Tech women. It was a grinded out game, fought back. Shout out to Liz Martino, Angel Jackson. They did their thing. They definitely did their thing. We won. Liz Martino had 17 points, and I mean she did her thing. I can read the stats real quick, man. This is pretty good. The team shot 47% from the field, 26 for 55. And 12 for 16 from the free throw line. But Liz Martino led all scores, 17 points, 1 steal, 1 assist. Angel Jackson had 14, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. I mean, Angel Jackson, 5-star transfer from USC. Liz Martino, 3-star transfer from Temple. Deja Woodard added 11 points, 7 rebounds. Teelan Bowler had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block. 34 points in the paint, 17 bench points, 1 fast break point, 14 points off of 14 of 16, 14 points off of 16 Texas Tech turnovers. And we ain't going to read Texas Tech stat. That ain't important. But one thing I want to talk about this team, man. I'll take this off right here. I played basketball my whole life, man. And this is one of the things that I love about Coach Tamika Reed. And she comes from a championship program. We both started our high school basketball careers at Murrah High School. She was under Coach Anna Jackson, won multiple championships in high school. And basketball is a simple thing, man. I like fundamentals, right? And this team, we got to clean the turnovers up, but it's simple. If you limit the opposing team to 1 basket, 1 shot, if you miss it, we get the rebound. One thing about this team, man, we rebound the ball extremely well, man. And tonight we had a lot. Today we had a lot of we basically shut them down. They had several just scoring droughts where we made it difficult. The size in the paint playing to our advantage. Angel Jackson 6'6", man. Daphne White is 6'5", 6'6". You know what I mean? Like you got 2 twin towers sitting in the middle, subbing in and out. Then you got Deja Woodard, that's an athletic freak. You know what I mean? You got a lot of long, rangy inside players, and we played our strength. And it's gonna be a lot of problems for a lot of teams, as you can see. But one of the things I didn't cut up the interview from Liz Martino from last night. But one of the things she said, and Zoe mentioned this today when we was talking. She was like, all we needed was to get our first win. Once we get that first win out the way, it's on and popping, man. We rolling now. And like Coach Tamika Reed said, if you haven't caught her interview from last night, man, make sure you go to the page. If you're not on this page, if you're not subscribed, and you don't have your notification bell on, you probably didn't get notified. So every time I upload a video to this page, you get notified. And it was only about a 3-minute long video. She basically talked about, the strategy, the game plan, and what they had to do. So Lubbock, Texas was much better to the team than Boulder, Colorado. We know what happened. We wound up losing our first 2, but now we 2-2. And first Power 5 victory on yesterday, second Power 5 victory today, man. So what a day for the women's basketball program. But we'll highlight today's showdown. I mean, today was much more balanced. You had we beat Louisiana 70-41. It really could have been worse than that, y'all, because if you watch this game, we could have beat them by 40. We still had still got bit a little bit by the turnover bug. But if you look at the points, right, You got 9-9. It was like 9-9, 8-8-9. You know, it was so well balanced with the points, and the rebounds and the block shots. And I'm telling you, man, this team is just now starting to. And all a team really needs, right? All a team really needs is a really good coach and a coach that believes in them and put them in the right position to win. And once that team starts believing in themselves and seeing what they can do, and believing that when every time they go out there, nobody, you know what I'm saying, they got a chance to win every game. That's all you really want. And I'm gonna say this: I'm pumped up right now because the next game that our women's basketball team play is gonna be in Los Angeles, California, against UCLA. Listen, I'm gonna be traveling for Thanksgiving, and because I want to be at that game so bad, I'm leaving on Black Friday. I'm on the plane first thing in the morning, and I'm back in LA. I'm back in LA Friday morning to make sure I make that game. You know, we play our next game, UCLA, Los Angeles. Your boy gonna be in the building, dog. You get what I'm talking about? So I'm gonna definitely connect with Coach Reed when I go home this weekend and see if I could some kind of way, connect with her and the team and do something. You know what I mean? We want to get this. We definitely want to get some media content for them for the podcast, right? So whether it be on this page or be on Tiger Talk, you should be subscribed to both of them, right? But like I said, we don't do live shows on Tiger Talk on the Tiger Talk page. We just do interviews and shows, and we do our episodes. So we want to keep that going. On this particular page, I'm able to just, like I said, let my hair down a little bit, come rock with you guys, and chop it up from there. So a couple other things I want to touch on, and like I said, Joe comes on tonight. We'll revisit most of this, but if you look into it, let's break down the scoring in this particular game, right? So we finished the first quarter up by 4, but look at just the defensive numbers when you really get down to it. I mean, 14, it was 6 minutes to go in the game, and we had all our freshmen in the game pretty much. So they only, we still outscored them. We outscored them in every single quarter. But that second quarter, watching it, man, they went on a long scoreless drought. Thanks to our defense, that we limited them to a lot. We turned them over really well, and we got the rebound. So look at this. This is wonderful, man. And this is something that I want to make you guys think about. Consider this. When you win in your non-conference first part of the season, and you get, let's say we somehow squeak out a 40 to 50% win percentage in our non-conference schedule. Hey, the SWAC won't be I'm not going to disrespect those because I do know UAPB is going to have a solid team, Grambling, Alabama State. They got some teams that's going to be solid, that's going to give us a good go for it, but we're going to have to show up every single game and play to win. But if we play to our potential, nobody should really beat us in the conference. And we're talking about a 20-plus, anywhere from 20 to 30 wins, and not 30, 20 to 25 wins on the season. Now you're talking about not a 14 seed in the NCAA tournament. You win the SWAC tournament. Now you're talking about something like an 8-9 seed. If you mess around and Jack State get an 8 seed, guess what? That means we're going to get to host a game. So I think Coach Tamika Reed is definitely looking at a much bigger picture. And I'm telling you guys, man, I know you guys have watched it, but those that watch this game, listen, man, this team is good, man. And that's why that's the first thing I tweeted. I'm like, I know basketball. I've been playing ball since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. I know the game. Could teach the game, coach the game. That's my sport, even though I know, I love football and love to talk football. But basketball is what I do, and I still can play it at a high clip. So the fundamentals of the game is what I see. And this team, I'm telling you, we get that turnover. We play a lot of players, and this team is deep. I'm telling you, this team is deep, and it has a lot of young, youthful talent that is playing big minutes in big games. And it's going to bode well for this team later on because they're being put in situations that's going to. This is the NCAA tournament in essence. You could have very easily caught a Texas Tech in the NCAA tournament and followed up with a UL. It's very easily. This could be Sweet 16 time. Imagine Jack State get a dub and mess around and get to the Sweet 16, and that Blue Bengal Nation, Tiger Nation, get on the road, and we're going to go support the women basketball pro. Hey man, this thing could really, you know what I'm saying? That's how you really, when Coach Schmiegery talk about continuing to fight, kick those walls down. And I know it's football. I know we got Soul Bowl. Look, we this Jack State sport. Like I said, I ain't wasting no time. Now that it's basketball season and the football season is coming to an end, everybody's season ends on Friday except Jackson State and the Bayou Classic folk. You get what I'm talking about? So we go on to the SWAC championship game and then on to the Celebration Bowl, and then we're gonna segue into. But see, guess what? A lot of people ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. If all you spend is all your time talking about negativity and Coach Prime negativity and football, you hating on the football team, we're gonna segue into all the other sports that Jack State sports. That's what we do. We're gonna continue this. This thing ain't gonna never stop. We're gonna continue to come to you, continue to give updates on what we see and what's happening. So I definitely wanted to, especially because the ladies came on this thing. Shout out to all the ladies that came on this thing last stream. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. We're not doing a ladies' night. Every night is ladies' night because I don't want to separate this thing, right? I want the women to be more interactive whenever we open the stream up. We ain't gonna do no ladies' night. We ain't I'm like Co-Prime. We ain't separated. That's like the HBCU Legacy Bowl, HBCU Combine, and you got a regular Combine. No. We're gonna have one combine, and we want everybody to be interactive. So I don't want to make it to where we gotta make something special for the ladies because as if it's something different. No, I want the ladies to be involved in exactly what we're doing because and I love the fellas that come on. It's all good, but the ladies held their home, man. So we finishing with the ladies. We coming on. We getting kicked out with the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, that black excellence, man, you know what it is. And I enjoyed that. That was a treat. You guys really just had me pumped up, man. But anyway, before we jump into the game talk and everything, what I do want to do is send a huge shout out to our former JSU football tiger, Mr. CJ Holmes. Mr. CJ Holmes, man. We're gonna clap it up for CJ Holmes. Got drafted today in the XFL, y'all. He got drafted in the XFL today. I'm going to take this off so you can the Orlando Guardians. This is what's cool about him going to the Orlando Guardians. Guess where Tiger Talk originated, y'all? Orlando, Florida. Mr. D. Corey C., the head of Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. Guess who else is there? Mike B. So we got two Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club podcast crew members that live right in the city, and it's dope that they'll be local to get to some games and cover CJ, as they see fit to do it. But we're so proud of CJ, man. Got drafted today, 12th round, number 1 pick. And of course, the rounds are a lot shorter than the NFL draft because I don't know how they do it. This kind of reminds me of when the NFL first got started, when they had a lot of rounds and it wasn't a lot of teams. They don't have as many teams as in the NFL right now, but we're proud of CJ, one of 4 HBCU players that got drafted. I know we got 2 HBCU quarterbacks that got drafted. We wound up getting I think DeAndre Francois from Hampton by way of Florida State, and Juwan Pass from Prairie View by way of Louisville, as well as Jadakiss Bond. Oh no, not Jadakiss Bond. Jadakiss Bond's got an invite to the East West Shrine Bowl with Dallas Daniels. But I want to say the young man out of Alabama A&M, young man out of Norfolk State. I want to say North Carolina Central, but like I said, I wasn't gonna bring them. I wasn't trying to talk about all of them. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to send a huge shout out to Mr. CJ Holmes. And we know he's gonna do well, man, and he's been putting that work in, and it's dope, man. We're proud of him. So, nevertheless, now that we done got that out of the way, man, we got somebody that decided to hop on this thing. There he is, man. What's happening, bro? We got Zoe.
What it do, baby?
Hey, I told you was coming on, dog. Yes, indeed, man.
What's going on, man?
Man, you got it, bro. I just opened up talking about the women basketball team, man. I'll show you the quick overlays that we touched on, and then I'll let you rock out. First one we touched on was the first game. Then we followed it up with game number 2, and that we had today. And then we broke down the quarters, the stats, and everything. But that's pretty much it. We pretty much talked about it. They heard me speak. I know they're happy to see you. Let me check these comments out. There it is. Yeah, everybody happy to see you, man. Before last show, I was telling them last show, bro. The ladies came on the stream, man. It represented, dog.
I saw it. Man,
it was love. It was love, man. They held it down, dog. They held it down. They held it down.
But I I did want to let everybody know, like, I don't really think our fans really grasp what happened in the past 2 days. You know, you're talking about we're the SWAC, and we gotta always think about the perception. You know, we're an HBCU program, and we're the SWAC. You know, we're the bottom of the totem pole. You know, perception wise.
Yep.
You know, and Coach Reed has won, a Power 5 game, and then come back and we beat a team from the Sun Belt Conference and back-to-back nights. The fact that here we are a few days before Thanksgiving, and our women's basketball team is sitting at 500 with a 2-2 record. And not only that, between these 2 games, we were hands down the best team on the floor.
Yep.
We didn't win these games like, a last possession or a last shot. Like, we were up against Texas Tech by 12 at one point. And, you know, due to our own miscues, the final score, we ended up winning by 6. Even today, the fact that we dominated a Sun Belt team and literally we won by 29 points. We can go ahead and say 30. Beat them by 30.
Yes, sir. 30.
Do not get lost in the sauce on that, y'all. Like, really take this thing in. And, you know, Coach Reed is doing what she's following Prime footsteps, and that's dominate. And so, you know, we talked about this earlier, and even on the previous show with her, with Coach Reed, you know, I was like, hey, man, do y'all understand what's at stake here? If Coach Reed can even go 500 in this non-conference record, no HBCU school women's program has ever done that. And the reputation is there because if you watch the broadcast and listen to the broadcaster, her respect is there. They respect our program. We are viewed as a mid-major that's trending upward. And that's how they're treating Jackson State University women's basketball program. So we got a lot more games to go. And
you know what the next game is, dog. You know I'm pumped up about it.
Yeah.
UCLA.
And so now this year we just may get, you know, an 8 or 9 seed. Again, no HBCU has ever done that on the men's side or the women's side.
Facts.
So, you know, she ended last season with saying what, y'all? She wanted to knock down walls. Well, guess what? She ran through some sheetrock last night, and she ran through some sheetrock today.
I agree, bro. I'm gonna add the schedule. Y'all, I mean, keep rolling, bro. I'm gonna log in and real quick, and I'm gonna upload the schedule so that way everybody can see the women's basketball schedule real quick.
Hold on. Go ahead, because I don't want to segue off to something else. I wanted to show you something. Go ahead and do that, man. Go ahead and do that thing. I wanted to show y'all something, but we're gonna get to that too. But you know, we really gotta look at it, man. Like I told y'all, we are going into the golden era of JSU athletics. The women's program is matching what the men's football program is doing. Do not get lost in the sauce. Volleyball, we're winning. Softball, we're winning. Soccer, we're winning. Football doing what it's doing. Women's basketball, we just need Mo to come on board. And, you know, we're hoping we can get golf back.
Yeah, with Mo, we got Little Rock on Sunday.
Yes. And yeah, so I'm glad you put the schedule up. So we have ULL, so we got UCLA coming up. And I'm telling y'all, we can win that game. The one thing that we have, you know, we can win UCLA. We can beat Southeastern Louisiana. We can beat Washington State. And we can beat Oregon State. So, y'all, we're 2-2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just tell y'all, we beat UCLA, you're 3-2. You beat Oregon State, you're 4-2. The toss-ups to me are going to be Missouri and Texas.
Okay.
But then Washington State and then Southeast Louisiana. If we have a winning record in that non-conference slate, if we match what we did last year, you're talking about having single-digit losses at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Understand that. That hasn't been done by our HBCU women's program ever when you're talking about since we actually, any of us reached D1 status. It hasn't been done. Not even close.
So we got to keep everybody happy and paid.
So understand that. But look,
that's the goal. That's definitely the goal, to make sure we maintain everybody. But like she told us when we interviewed her, the money was there. I mean, this is she got unfinished business, and she had a reason for why she chose Jackson State. So I don't think, if she does extremely well, I don't think we see her, bail out on us like that. I think we rectified the situation in my opinion. Really not just in my opinion. It's fixed, it's resolved, and like I said, AD Robinson been there with us since she's been in Lubbock, and all is well. And like I said, bro, got the freezer ordered. It's scheduled for delivery this upcoming week. We did it for delivery because we wanted to make sure she had this 10-day. So we needed her to be back at the school so he could receive it. I'll be home, and then we're going to deliver everything when I get home on Friday, bro. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to connecting with her and sealing the deal on everything and just making sure she got everything she needs. And there's going to probably be another, hey, what you need, coach? And when we figure out what she needs something else, we'll come back to the people and we'll make it happen, man. We're going to be the reason why she stay. Now, we're not going to think about her leaving. So, but anyway.
Well, look, not to segue off of it, but since you showed the schedule, I told y'all before the first game of the football season what we was going to do, right? Now, we're going into the last game of the football season. Hold on, take it down 1 second, kid, because I wasn't trying to segue. I want to show y'all something. I don't know if you can see it.
You got that. I can't
Hold
see
on.
it.
I'll tell you what, let me text it to you, Ken, because you can play it up. That's going to work better. That's going to work better anyway. Let me do this. You're going to laugh when you see it. Hold on. Anyway, it just left me. You should be getting it now. But let me know when you got it.
I got it. Hold on just a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And I called it perfectly. So, but yeah, y'all. Hey, bro, in the comments, man, how y'all feel about this weekend? It's Soul Bowl week. You know what I'm saying? Soul Bowl week, and we finna go beat them people that used to have soul glow in their hair. Y'all see that, though?
That's a damn good point. I had forgot all about that, bro.
I told y'all we were gonna do it. Also, Alcorn is gonna give us our end, and I know y'all gonna say, "Well, you still got the SWAC championship game in the Celebration Bowl." Well, what Coach Prime is known for saying, we're gonna put an exclamation point at the end of the sentence.
That's gonna be the SWAC championship game.
So after we spell domination Saturday, because that concludes the regular season, and we dominated this season. We get our end against Alcorn, and the rest of the season we just put the exclamation point at the end of the sentence.
I like that, man. I had forgot all about that, bro. But I'm glad you mentioned that.
Because you remember I said before the game, I said we're gonna spell domination this season because that's what Coach Prime want. Oh yeah, we spelled that thing out.
But we gonna jump into the Soul Bowl, and I'll tell you, man. You and I both, we all know this, bro. Alcorn gonna give us everything they got. They gonna throw the whole house at it. The kitchen sink, everything. They're gonna play like it's their Super Bowl. They're gonna go all out. You stop Jarvion Howard, you stop Alcorn.
Hey man, they gonna give us everything they got, Ken. But you ever seen Andre the Giant against a little midget, man? He just put his hand on top of his head and the midget just swinging his arm. He giving everything he got, but it ain't really doing nothing. It's pretty much what it's gonna be like, dog. Like, bruh, they can't throw the ball. You're not just gonna line up and run against Jackson State, man. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It ain't at all, actually. And I tell you, that's the thing that's gonna really, overwhelm them. I mean, they'll do what they can do. They're gonna play hard, might even play a little chippy, but
Dan, I disagree. The run didn't kill us last week. Penalties killed us last week. Penalties and referees killed us last week.
Yeah, boy, we was on that. We was on that one hard, bro.
That game should have been close.
Hey, we went and watched that game again. It was like 7 false starts that Alabama A&M didn't get called for. I mean, they had so many times where Shaq sent me a play, and I ain't uploading everything, but he showed me a play where they had 6 on the line, wide receiver. They had 5 in the back, and Travis pointed at the wide receiver like, "Say, bro, he ain't on the line." And they didn't call nothing, man. When you really break it down and really look at the rules of the game, it was even worse, man.
Facts.
It was even worse.
And Andre, we're not sleeping on Alcorn. We're just stating the fact. We're too dominant, too strong of a team for them to compete. We're not sleeping on them.
I don't think Alcorn. Is Alcorn coming for Shador now? I think that they'll be fine.
Nah, they not, man.
He ain't doing no running.
McNair, let me say this: McNair is not even that kind of coach. His players, he has too much respect for Prime and too much respect just in general as a coach to allow his players to get down like that. So I'm not even worried about that.
Yeah, Mike B made a good point. They made a lot. I mean, when you factor in a lot of what was going on, a lot of holding, man, a lot of holding calls. I mean, and then too, I think it was scheme too. The way they was running. I mean, they ran hard on us, and we bent a little bit, but I don't think it was more of a. I don't think it was. We just had one of them days, man. It was just one of them. It was cold. You know what I'm saying? It was a grinded out game, and that's what happened.
Man, look.
Boy, ain't nothing like some good ass water, dog. Nothing like it.
I'm gonna sit on some coffee. Remember, we're gonna get prime. We're gonna prime Alcorn. We're gonna win by at least 21 points.
I like that. I like that. I just know it's gonna be a fun game, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a fun game. Be down there early, man.
So both. Not to cut y'all.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier this weekend.
But
I don't know if any of y'all have looked at our stats. Alcorn is giving up a lot of points. Do you know? I'm gonna go ahead and just call it because what we've been doing defensively, we won't give up 50 points for a whole entire conference season. We won't give up 50 points total for a whole entire conference season. That hasn't been done in JSU history since they've been keeping up stats. Now we do have the Iron 13, which they had where they really on those.
We got a special guest coming on.
Oh, I see.
Hey y'all, we got a special guest coming on tonight, man. Look at
the initials. Look at the initials.
I see it. Hey, we got. I'm gonna say it like this. He got a son that plays for our Jackson State Tigers, but he played for Alcorn, so he kind of got like a mixed bag going on. You know, JSU dad, Alcorn grad.
Half breed.
Welcome to the show, man.
BDT.
Well, what's going on, fellas?
Turn your camera the other way
around.
Be
me, baby. Yeah, I was trying to plug up my.
There he is. What's
there
up?
You go. There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to put my phone on the charger too.
Oh, you ain't got the Alcorn gear on now, do you? Oh man.
Well, you know, I had to go. When I saw the text Ken, I said, "Let me go grab us my hoodie."
Yes, Yes, indeed. It's on this weekend, baby. You
Man,
already know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
What
It's on. It's the Super Bowl.
Look,
Man, I've been posting stuff all week on my page. You know what I'm saying, this week, just trying to hype the game up. It don't need much hyping though.
No, it don't. This is gonna be a fun one right here, man. This one gonna be one for the ages. I think this is gonna be a fun one.
I gotta tell
Prime
you,
first time going to the reservation. We ain't never had Prime on the reservation, man.
Look, man, I gotta tell
you. The first time for all them boys. For a lot of them. I mean, it's a long time for a lot of people too, because it's been a couple years since I made it down there. But I'm coming. I'm coming home, baby. BDG coming home.
I gotta tell you, when I was the last time I saw Niles, I looked up to him and look, I'm a legit 6'4".
Yeah.
I looked at that Joker, man. I said, bro, who been lying on your measurements, dog? You ain't.
Most definitely. He finally caught me last year, because usually every time he see me, he walk up to me and put his shoulders up to me, you know what I'm saying? I see him trying to measure himself up and get with me. Man, I said, man, get away from me. You ain't caught me yet. I just had to back up, son. But then this off season, he stepped up beside me and I ain't saying nothing. I said, oh shit, he ain't caught me.
Dude, I told him. My dad. I said, man, who been lying on your measurement? He was looking down at me. I was like, dude, I don't get this. I'm 6'4". I don't get this.
I'm 6'3", so Zoe got me. I mean, so I'm looking up at him like, boy, you every bit of 6'6". Ain't no way it is. I don't care what nobody say. He every bit of 6'6". For sure. Man. Yeah, man. But no, it was good.
He's actually 6'5" and a little change. Because I'm right at 6'5" and he don't call me.
Okay. He did have his shoes on, so he stood a little taller.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying when he put his cleats on, he get even taller. I mean, he stands by 6'6" with them cleats on.
Yeah.
What you think about it? How he played this year? I had him as my dark horse.
Say that again.
What you think about how he's played this season, man? I know we're going into the.
Well, no, I'm saying he started off like gangbuster, man. I'm saying, and then after that Grambling game, I think he changed it up after they started, because he was taking on a lot of backs coming at him, tight ends. I'm saying they was game planning for him. You know what I'm saying, which took away a lot of his. Yeah, they started chipping him a whole lot, but then he started trying to change up a few things here and there. But I think he's gotten back to himself now, so he should have a pretty good game this week.
He had a good game against Alabama A&M. He was definitely
As my grandma, he's smelling himself. He back.
Hey, but you know the one thing that I love about Niles, and it's a great attribute to him, but it's also an attribute to the coaching staff, and that is, man, you go back from game one last year to even now, man, the growth that you see from game to game and in Niles' game.
Yeah,
that's why you can even project to where he's even going to. Like, it's easy to see that he hadn't even scratched the surface of how good he's going to be. I feel like he's just damn good clay, and I still think he's being molded because, man, he's grown so much.
What a lot of people don't know about him is the fact that until he came to Jackson State, Niles really hadn't been on a football field and played in a game situation since he left high school.
Mm-hmm.
He went to UT, and it was kind of a catch-22. He learned a lot, good and bad. But he was around some coaches that really some about him, because they really liked him up at UT. You know what I'm saying? But the situation just didn't dictate for him to stay, and when we decided to pull the plug on that. You know what I'm saying? And then and Coach O reached out to me, and I said, hey man, you know what I'm saying, if you want him, you got him. And as soon as I called now was all for it. I'm coming.
Love it, man.
And so when he now I like to say from 2000, I say he probably hadn't played a snap until before he played in the Orange Blossom Classic last year. He hadn't played a snap of football for almost 3 years.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, and that speaks to his growth. I mean, you look at what he's been able to do. And it goes to show, because for you to go in like that, and then you go in cold, you meet Coach Prime, and then he comes out and he's team captain at the gate. You know what I mean? So that spoke to
Oh
his
yeah,
work.
he's a hungry young man now. He's
Yeah,
hungry. So then, and like Prime saw in him what a lot of people didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because his work ethic, his work ethic gonna take him a long way. I mean, because
Yes, sir.
I believe I'm saying that even doing this coming up all season, I mean, the transformation that people coming from year 1 to year 2. Wait till you get a load of him next year.
Look, you
Because
ain't got to
he's
convince me.
dedicated. I
Look,
I don't think nobody's gonna ever outwork him.
yeah.
you ain't got to convince me because look, now Ken chose. I'm telling you, Ken chose him to be defensive player of the year for the conference before the season. But back in December last year, when the season ended, Ken could vouch for me.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, and everybody talking about James Houston gonna be leaving. I said, man, the one guy y'all got to look out for next year because you can see the growth. I was like,
Right.
now yeah, they're gonna be held.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think he took a.
So what?
He definitely took that next step. So it only. I mean, when you look at like Aubrey, for example, and you see the James Houston get drafted, then you turn around and see Aubrey get drafted this year. I mean, that's going to be huge for him and his motivation going into the off season and his final season, because this is last season now in 2023, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the thing that's going to be the motivator, seeing two of his former teammates getting drafted, going to Senior Bowl, all these other bowls, because now it's his time. You know what I mean? It's definitely his time going.
And another thing I didn't realize, I'm saying, like last year, I mean, now it's lost a lot. I think he played the whole entire season at around 215. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Maxed out about 220, and he held his own. So he came back this year. You know what I'm saying? He put on 25 pounds.
Wow.
You know, and he planned.
Definitely tell.
Yeah, he planned on coming back.
You know what?
Next year around that 250 mark.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was going because I told him he got the frame. He could put some more on.
Yeah, he do. He definitely do. He got, especially
when he was up at UT. I think he got up at about 245, right? And I tell you, fellas, I was in the stands one time. I looked down. I said, "Damn, is that my son?" I mean, he was looking huge. You know what I'm saying? 245 on him, and he looks like a monster, bro.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
He look monsterish now, yeah. Almost.
I'm hoping
y'all say hello to my pup, man. He won't get out of my way, man.
I thought I was seeing a dog, man. I thought I was tripping for
a Doberman.
No, I'm saying he needs some attention too. He want to get on camera too.
Oh. So look, I since you came on, because when Ken told me, it's one thing I did want to ask you, knowing that you got the different perspective since your sons with Jack State and you played at Alcorn. I did want to ask you, man, what was it like playing for Mac? Playing with Mac, number one, but also because I can't remember what year, how many years you played with him. But I was going to ask you if you were there before him, when did you know like how real Mac was?
I was there before Mac. You know what I'm saying? I blocked for him for 3 years. Mac didn't start his freshman year that we played in the Grambling game. He did. He didn't have the start at first. The quarterback, his nickname was Fat Sam. All right. Fat Sam and I think it was probably like in the first quarter. Fat Sam had threw like 1 or 2 picks, and in entered Steve McNair. And on the first drive, me and the rest of the O line was like, "Wow, we got ourselves a quarterback." And when I tell you, and the story is right from there, man. It was so remarkable playing with that with Steve, man. I'm saying I can't even put in words. I'm saying because I know what he was about going into and I think they hit him back a couple of years. I'm saying because of what he could have been. I mean, because Steve could have put up some outstanding numbers, but I don't think the NFL was ready for that RPO type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean the stuff that Robert Griffin the third and all of them was doing. Steve could have been doing that years before them guys came along.
Right.
Well, look, one thing I've told plenty of people because you know, watching him and you know, throughout his all 4 years at Alcorn, and we all know that he got reserved going to Tennessee. You know, he didn't play that first year, and they kind of, you know, put some handcuffs on him. And I would always tell people the greatest college highlight film you'll ever see is with Steve McNair. And I said, to kind of put it in context where he would have been like in the NFL, if you remember that Super Bowl play, everybody remembers the slant that Kevin Dyson got stopped at the 1 yard line. I said, but if you go back to the play before that play, that was Steve McNair every down.
Yeah, every down. And you can't get some people to believe it, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was every down.
Yeah, I said that play before that slant. If you watch that play, that was Steve McNair every down.
Yep.
I mean, I be in awe sometimes when I go to YouTube and watch some of our old games all the time, and to see some of the stuff that Steve did. I mean, it was just remarkable, bro. I remember one time I think he was playing Grambling, and he come out of the pocket because I could tell my defensive end he was coming, so I chopped him down, and Steve turned the corner. I got up off the ground and I'm trotting behind him, and to see that man literally run over some DBs, I'm trotting behind him. I'm like, God almighty. He didn't shy away from contact, bro. That's one thing about Matt.
Well, the crazy thing is, look, if anybody else knows, it's us, because hell, he tormented us more than any other school is on the entire time at Alcorn.
Yeah. We did it to y'all. We really did.
You ain't got to see it like that,
now. I mean that was because my sister went to Jackson State, and a lot of my family went there. You know what I'm saying? So I used to have to rub it in on them every year, because as soon as the game was over, boom, that was it. That was the end of the season. So I mean, I didn't even go back. I didn't even go back to campus. I went straight home after the game.
And it's ironic because, man, when we talk about, you know, the Soul Bowl or the Cap City Classic at the time when you were playing, you know, we all know the greatest attended game in the Vet's history was the Valley Alcorn game, but the second highest attended game was Steve McNair's last game at the Vet. And you know, I was there, and you know, that game.
That's when he pulled his hamstring.
They pulled his hamstring in the fourth quarter, heading out to the sideline. But man, that game, you know, that game goes down in infamy, man. It's one of those things that you'll never forget. If you were there, you remember. I even remember myself. I was sitting in the aisles, not on the seats, sitting on the steps in the aisles, like so many other people. And that game, had we had the end zone bleachers that they had when they had the 84 game against Valley and Alcorn, if those bleachers were still there, we would have broke their record that day. It was that pandemonium to see that last game.
Yeah. I was on the sideline. I was gone that year in '94. I was done. My last season was in '93, but that '94 season, I came back down for the game. I was standing on the sideline, looked at it. I said, "Yeah, it was seriously packed." I left out the same year that y'all great defensive end Fernando Smith did. Me and him left out the same time. New breed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
y'all won SWAC 93, right?
We won it in '92 with a Southern in '93.
'93.
Yeah, we went down and dropped that game to Southern. We gave them that SWAC championship.
Oh man.
Damn.
What side you gonna sit on Saturday, man?
Well, man, all I can do is pray. Either way, I'm gonna be. Either way, I'm gonna be content. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm happy for my son and his team. But see, like number one, he if he get this ring, he'll trump me already. He'll trump me in my career. They have 2 rings.
Yeah.
All right. He's got 1 SWAC championship. So I mean, I will be more than ecstatic for him and happy for him. I'm saying if he wins a second one. But this game doesn't even dictate that. So I mean, right now, I think they're going for history.
Yep.
And trying to have an undefeated season. So therefore, I mean, I wouldn't. Everything about it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about creating history. And I'm saying I'm happy my son's a part of that. So I wouldn't want to derail him in any kind of way, but that purple and gold still in my soul, bro.
You can always sit in the middle in the end zone or sit on the hill. It ain't no
my wife making me a nice little shirt, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'll be able to support both ends of the spectrum.
Well, let me ask you a question outside of the rivalry though, because you have a great perspective since you played, especially since you played in the era that you did, and because I'm quite sure you may have had some conversations with Niles, but even just the whole thing with Prime being at Jackson State, what's your viewpoint of it? Being that you played in the '90s, knowing that HBCUs was the way it were, or even the SWAC was the way it was, and the SWAC was still getting great talent at the time which you played. And the competition was still trending, at least when you played, to where it went through the early 2000s, and now seeing Prime here and seeing the changes that's come into play. Give your perspective on, what I'm saying, the change that you see from when you played to where.
Well, here's the thing. Prime is helping bring more talent. I mean, the SWAC has always had great talent. I mean, we just didn't have enough of it. To really compete on certain levels, because I would tell guys all the time when I played in the different leagues, and some of the guys I won against that came from these Power Fives, after I would whoop their butt, I would literally tell them, I say, man, you couldn't hold a candle to some of the guys I played for and played against in the SWAC. I mean, you couldn't even hold a jockstrap. But they played at Michigan, they played at Notre Dame, they played at Alabama. And they thought, well, I don't think I can cuss on that. I'm saying they thought they stuffed in stank, right? But the guys I played against in the SWAC were 10 times better than those guys. I'm saying it just wasn't a plethora. It wasn't a whole lot of guys. How you say it again?
Plethora.
Plethora. There you go.
I got you, dog. I got you.
yeah, I got you. Yes, indeed.
But on the most part, I'm loving what Prime is doing for the whole conference. You know what I'm saying? I just want all the rest of. Hey man, why don't you get down, dude?
Boy, he love you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go and put him in the house, baby, because he will not let me get through talking. Yeah, he is all on me tonight. Hold on one second, fellas.
No, you got it.
You don't want to come. You know what you're doing. He know what you're doing.
Come on, you can't sit over there with Daddy. Come on.
Look at him. She's trying to call him aside.
He's like, I'll be good. I'll be good.
All right. I'm loving what Prime is doing for the entire league, man. And especially, I mean, it's starting with Jackson State, but it's kind of it's the whole momentum, because everybody can't play for Jackson State, and as Jackson State keeps winning and dominating, I mean, I hope the rest of the coaches in the conference use that as a selling point to some of them guys that, okay, Jackson State didn't pick you up, I'll take it. Come play for me. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you can't play with Prime, why not play against Prime?
Yep. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And I hope it grows the conference by leaps and bounds, because the whole thing is, I'm saying, we bicker amongst one another, you know what I'm saying, and all the beef and all the SWAC beef groups, but the whole thing is, I'm saying, building our conference up, you know what I'm saying, to become a powerhouse conference in the FCS. That's first and foremost, right? Well, I'm tired of hearing that we can't win out of conference, I'm saying, and it's been more for over years, I'm saying. It wasn't all necessary the talent. It was more so, you know what I'm saying, our coaching, you know what I'm saying, didn't get us to where we needed to be to compete with those teams. Because it ain't, because you're not sitting here telling me that that too many teams. We used to play the Sam Houston States and the Lamars, and we would go back and forth toe to toe with them. But whenever we went to the it was called the Division I AA back then.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we went to the Division I AA playoff, we always, because we never got top seeding, we always had to play a team that going up to Montana somewhere. Because I remember as a kid, I remember watching Jackson State play Montana one year. You know what I'm saying? And it was a cold, muddy game. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Zoe went to that game.
I was there.
Did you? Oh man. I mean, and it's just stuff like that. But now, well, we don't get a home game. Let us start getting home games. I'm saying, but the only way we're gonna start getting home games, we got to start dominating these FCS schools.
So you see,
watch this. And Jackson State we had one playoff game at home, but guess who we played? Tennessee State.
Wow.
How long ago was that?
That was in like 1982 or 83. Well, no. Two. We had two. The first game, because we lost to FAMU in the semifinal when FAMU won a championship in 78, and we played Tennessee State. Every other time, we went way off somewhere. Every time.
So if you not to even switch sports, but to your point, you see what's happening with basketball. We had the little Pac-12 challenge situation, and all three SWAC teams that played at home won. All won. Grambling won. Prairie View won. They won because those teams had to come.
And that is remarkable because you know basketball. I'm saying the refs can get involved. They're really trying to see them teams.
Breaking up a little bit.
Like two calls in basketball, and boom, in the game, going up fast.
86.
So I was very surprised about that.
I had somebody in the comments. Did you wanted me to get your thoughts on the Eddie Robinson Jr. Coach Prime thing? That was a few weeks ago, but I guess they wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I played against Eddie Rob back in my day. Eddie Rob was one hell of a football player. I mean, I can remember he had kind of like a lot of high pitched voice out there. You know what I'm saying. I'm coming for your ass. But Eddie Rob was one heck of a ball player, man. A linebacker.
He was.
And the whole thing about, I think Eddie kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? If the handshake that happened on the field, if they had just left it at that, and then they'll see, boom, they're okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for you. I don't like what you're doing. I'm saying, boom, but that would have been. But then to go in and say what he said during the press conference, and then the whole "you're not SWAC" stuff. I mean, that felt a little premeditated. Like that's been on his mind a whole lot, and he messed around. He got a little heated, and he let his thoughts out, and which wasn't a good look.
Yeah. That's his thoughts on it, y'all.
It turned into the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh yeah, and you know what I'm saying. The one thing about it, and I think he learned this just like Maynard did. You're not gonna out talk Prime. It's best to just eat a little humble pie and crow and just keep your mouth zipped, because you open your mouth and basically challenge that man to a war of words. I don't think too many presidential candidates can do that. I kind of joked at Prime the first time I saw him back last year in the spring. I said, "You're a reincarnated pimp, ain't you?" Because he got that talk, man.
That's a good one. Now.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna use that analogy. He a pimp with a machine behind him.
I'm telling you, man. I'm saying that man can talk, bro. Man, he'll make you feel like you can walk on water for real.
Yeah, he definitely.
No, but Auburn Tiger, I was there. I think Blue, look it up. I think that game in Montana, if I remember correctly, I think that game was like 87 or 88 or 89. I was 10 or 11 when they had
graduated high school. It was before I graduated high school. They had to be 87 or 88.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. I was there. Me and my pops rode the bus and rode a bus to Montana.
Wow.
And it was a rainy, muddy game.
Hey, them boys.
And
we lost.
I was very interested.
88. And if I remember correctly, I think the final score was 48-7, I believe.
Yeah. So I'm like that. So I tell all a lot of people joke with me, you know what I'm saying? And my boys was messing me when I first came to Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? And I told them, I said, well, I was recruited to Jackson State back in the day, but my mom God rest us, God bless her soul. I'm saying, she said, I ain't got no choice in where you really go to school at, but I know one place you ain't gonna go. And it was Jackson State, man. She did not want my behind in Jackson, Mississippi. Because around that time, I'm saying that it was pretty bad. I'm saying around in the late 80s, it was pretty bad around there. She did not want her son in Jackson, Mississippi.
Well, what would you think she'd be saying right now about her grandson over there cutting up like he doing?
Look at and my sister was jumping with me. She would be recruited a bus of everybody up in that little small country town that we from, and they'd have been parked right there in front of that stadium come Saturday morning. She'd have had 50 people down there watching. I'm from right outside of Greenwood, Mississippi, up in the Carrollton area.
Okay. I'm from
somewhere.
I'm born in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah, that was it. That's a little bit down the Delta. I'm actually up in them hills in Carroll County.
Oh, that's a good question.
Like Jeremiah, not far from where Jeremiah, the other the D tackle, Jeremiah Williams from. He's from Lexington.
Okay. Oh, just above Humphrey, Holmes County. I mean.
Yeah, Holmes County, then you got Carroll County.
Basketball up in Holmes and Goodman. Yeah, I played up there in Goodman. I ran them streets.
Oh yeah. Good.
I partied in Lexington quite a few times. Club Ducks.
Look. Somebody in the comments. Okay, I'm glad they brought this up. All right, because me and Ken at the bottom of this. So somebody asked, "What's your take on the comparison being made between Shedeur and Steve?" Now, when me and Ken brought it up, because some people, when we said it was like, you can't compare the two. I was like, we're not comparing the two.
Yeah.
We were saying comparing the freshman year versus, each year that went by. Because we were on record as saying, we're not saying that Shedeur is a better player than Steve McNair, because Shedeur is nowhere near the athlete that Steve McNair is. But we were saying his freshman year, and we're just going by that because all Shedeur had last year was his freshman year. We're comparing the year, not the player.
Well, if you go year by year, Shedeur is on pace to probably throw more passing yards than Steve, but he'll never get the overall yardage. Steve, I think Steve had 4,000 plus yards on the ground running. I think he finished with I don't know what the record is, 16 something like
16, that. Like 225 or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Shedeur is on pace to get close to his passing yards. I'm saying, so if you want to compare him at that notion, yeah, I'm saying, because there's been a lot of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? But and Shedeur is a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But Steve was that dude, man.
Yeah, he was.
And you can't compare Steve to too much of anybody, man.
You can't.
Let alone, I mean, that's unfair. That's unfair to Shedeur to put. That's unfair to Shedeur to put to try to put that mystique on that young man. You know what I'm saying, because Steve was just a monster, man.
Is there a player comp to Steve though that we don't really think of?
No. If Jeff Fisher and the Titans had done what they supposed to have done with him, it wouldn't have been no comp. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't play that man they Fisher wanted to run the ball. You know what I'm saying, 3 yards in the cloud of distance.
That dude sat behind Chris Chandler, dog.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. I hate Jeff Fisher to this.
Play defense, 3 yards of cloud of dust. You know what I'm saying? Then on third and long, Steve Savers make a play. He got banged up doing most of his career doing that, right? So and then in college, there is no comparison to anybody in college if you ask me. I mean, because what that man did for us at
quarterback, man.
Bruh.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he could throw the ball, right? Off his back foot, he could sling that thing 60 yards, right? And then you didn't want to see him coming out of that backfield. I'm saying, unless you was a stout middle linebacker. I'm saying, them DBs didn't want to see him.
See, I remember my childhood friend, man. Actually my first HBCU games were Alcorn because I want to say my elementary. My best friend, his mom, Relda Thompson, God rest her soul, man. She passed away. But we used to go to the game, man. And seeing Steve McNair, man, he was big as hell, man. He was super big, man. And the thing that was so mysterious about him that I loved about Steve Steve had them taped up ankles, man. He was just big, had the little shimmy shirt, man, and he come out there. This dude was a monster, man. And he could sling that thing.
That gold spat, you know, it's spray painted that spat, that gold spat.
Oh my God! Hey, when he put the purple tape on the shoes, man, it was that dude. Steve had everybody wanting to, you know. I couldn't go to Alcorn because of my whole family went to Jack State, and maybe if I had an offer or something, I didn't play football as I got older, but Jackson State football was everything. But Steve McNair was the dude that he transcended the rivalries. Everybody loved Steve. And I still remember when he got, you know, when what happened to him on the day. I remember where I was, and everybody that was in the house, I want to say majority of us had went to Jackson State.
Here you go.
We were sick as a dog. We were sick as a dog, man. But I think it was really more of a talking point, you know, when it comes to that. I don't think that there is a comp between Shedeur and Steve, but we talking about playing in the SWAC and just throwing the ball. That's what made the conversation come up as far as from a stat standpoint.
Still like I say, you know what I'm saying, that's unfair to Shedeur to put to compare him to such. I mean, you know, because Shedeur is Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's earning the right to become a legend in his own. You know, correct. When people will be talking about him in the next 10 to 15 years, you know what I'm saying. But comparing him to Steve, because Steve had a whole different style. You know what I'm saying. Steve was like, you know what I'm saying, bring it. He went downfield looking for that dude to punish. He's gonna punish you.
Hey, but for this week though, just for this week alone, since it's rivalry week, we're going to tell them when we get down there that Shedeur is a better quarterback than Steve. We're going to work up some folks when we get to Lawman.
Oh, that's all you're going to do, work them up. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that's our saving grace. You know what I'm saying? You would be on LMAC Boulevard coming down there. Okay?
Honestly, if we really want to get into like player comps like Steve, Shedeur, then you get to talk about the Robert Kents. Because he's actually one touchdown away from breaking Robert Kent's record.
Stuff like that. See, there's been a lot of good quarterbacks in this SWAC. You know what I'm saying? That Shedeur is, I'm saying, is way better. You know what I'm saying? And but his style goes more along with some of those guys. I'm saying we should be trying to compare them some of the other guys who set records in the SWAC. You know what I'm saying that let's start with that milestone first. Before we just throw him at the top, at the top of the heap. I mean, you just can't do that. Steve was the best quarterback to ever play in the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? To this day, hands down. Right? And so you cannot just throw. I mean, you got to work your way up to that. I mean,
I know.
Y'all. Yeah, everybody want to automatically say he's just as good as Steve.
We know that Steve McNair is player than Steve McNair, but for the sake of this weekend. He's going to be the best thing to ever come to the SWAC. And I'm going to piss a lot of people off come Saturday. But keep going.
Big Addy, I'm on wax. Yeah. I said it. I said, look, if Shedeur stays all 4 years on the trajectory that he's going, he will own every SWAC passing record in the SWAC.
I believe it. And I know that. Yeah, you can most definitely put that on wax.
But that's just passing the ball because he won't have nowhere near the rushing yard that Steve had. Like, people got to understand, Steve McNair's senior season will never be duplicated on any level ever again. The dude ran for like 940 yards his senior year.
High school numbers his senior year. You know, you seen Derek. You remember Derek Henry's high school numbers was like all godly, like unbelievable, like video game level. Yeah, that was his.
Yeah, that was high school. I'm talking about college. Steve McNair threw for 5,000 yards and ran for 900.
Yeah,
it had 60 touchdowns,
54 touchdowns.
Yeah, you ain't
man. Look at this. You can't touch that, bro.
You ain't touching.
I mean, and I don't know if y'all remember the rap song that was going out around saying "Hand in the Heisman." You know what I'm saying? I mean, and they named off all those quarterbacks that were in front of him, and I think Steve finished third in the Heisman race. Right?
He was third.
Was better than and was the best player sitting in that room that day.
He was.
And also, I got to add this too. when Alcorn played that senior season, that beginning of the season was the actual creation, the first year of ESPN2. And ESPN2 hitched their wagon to Alcorn State games because that's where all of Alcorn games were actually shown on, were ESPN2.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody asked the question too. Yes, Steve McNair they didn't have the star system at that time, but he was a blue chip recruit. He was actually a blue chip recruit at free safety. He still owns the state record for 12 interceptions in the season.
Steve McNair if he was in the Steve McNair would have been a 5-star.
He would have. He was a blue chipper. He was a blue chipper.
No doubt.
He would have been a 5-star without question.
But he was a blue chip recruit at free safety. Florida was recruiting. He was recruited by all the SEC schools to play free safety, and he chose to go to Alcorn because he wanted to play quarterback.
I think I got an idea. I think I'm
quarterback. His brother played quarterback. That Fred was the first Air McNair, Air McNair team.
Yep, Air 2.
Air 2. I remember that. I think I'm gonna get some good interviews in, man. Every time I see somebody, I'm gonna say, hey, this I want to interview you and get your thoughts on this. And then I'm gonna ask them about Shador. I just want to see people lose their damn mind, try to get it on camera.
And see, here's one of the big differences that you're going to encounter with that. See, like when Steve was coming along, I mean, you could do those same interviews and you couldn't get no pushback. I mean, everybody like, man, I hate it, but the boy's good. And I had the old man at the barbershop on Coming to America. The boy's good. I mean, that's what you was gonna get on the no matter what SWAC campus you went on. I mean, everybody's gonna say that they can say nothing bad about Steve McNair.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But then you turn around, I'm saying you get all the hate that you get towards the Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Because some of it, because people just, people hate on Deion. You know what I'm saying? They love what he's doing, but then they just want to hate on him because he's so charismatic. You know what I'm saying? How you say, don't let my confidence. How you say that? Hurt your
confidence. Yeah. But look, let me say this too. The two greatest quarterbacks in this conference are Willie Todd and Steve McNair. But here's the distinct difference.
And Todd is my cousin.
Here's the distinct difference.
Oh, wow.
Whenever anybody talked about Titan, it was always the offense. When they talked about Steve, they don't talk about Alcorn offense. It was Steve.
Say that again. You broke up on me, Zoe.
I said whenever they talk between the two quarterbacks, when they talk about Willie Titan, they talk about the offense. When they talk about Steve, they don't talk about the offense. They talk about Steve.
No, they talk about Steve. And he deserved every bit of that because he carried us.
Who said it, man?
He carried us all the way. You know what I'm saying? We were Steve McNair. You know what I'm saying? It was just like the Temptations I'm watching the other night. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody come to see you,
Otis.
Otis, nobody come to see you, Otis.
That's right.
That's how all the rest of us had to feel. Nobody come to see you, Otis. Right? They come to see Steve, you know what I'm saying? And we knew it, you know what I'm saying? We rode that bandwagon, bro.
But you know what? But as a compliment to him though, because Alcorn defense was horrible his senior year. Mm-hmm. But
senior year. man, we struggled for years.
But look, but here's that. But again, another compliment to him was that the defense was horrendous. Everybody knew what they had to stop. Everybody focal points every week. It wasn't Hinton. It wasn't the receivers. It wasn't the running back. It was solely how to contain him. And couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. They couldn't do it.
Signal look off. Let's get it 1 second. Let me see. Froze
up.
All
good.
There you go.
But and again they couldn't stop.
Well, let me retract my statement though, Zoe. Right? I'm sitting there joking on my defense. I used to do that, and we used to do that in private. You know what I'm saying? But we did put a lot of pressure on our defense because sometimes we would be off the field so freaking fast. You know, because we were running the score on folks that they had to go right back out there. You know, and then so on them hot days playing Grambling, I mean, in the middle of the day, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they used to get tired. So I can't knock my defense like that. You know what I'm saying? They
But
were
you know what?
they were good for what they were good for.
But you know what? And see, to segue, that goes to Coach Prime's point into why we chose to run the offense that we're running. That's why we do what we're doing with the defensive personnel. Because he stated, hey, if we're going to, one thing when you have a high-powered offense, it works against your defense to the detriment of your defense because you're scoring quickly, you're scoring a lot, and you're tiring and wearing out your own defense because they're not getting the proper rest because they're staying on the field because we're scoring so fast. So that's what you just said. And that's why we play the bodies that we play.
That's true.
Exactly, and that was one of the things I was very, very impressed with Jack State because I went down right before right when they started camp, and some of the guys I hadn't got a chance to see before. And I saw them out in practice, man. I was like, man, this dude is building something serious down here. He got depth just at just about every position. I mean, they look good out there. I was like, I mean, you're not seeing this around the SWAC. You're not seeing this in many FCS programs. I mean, they literally had depth in them, and the size that was on the field. I was like, this is very impressive.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So we got one more to get, man. We got one more to get. I'm hoping Niles have a monster game. I don't know if he'll get many sacks because I think they're gonna run Jarvion Howard probably 35 times.
Man, look, I just got to tell you,
and that's another thing. You know what I'm saying, and I hate it for and the rest of our team. You know what I'm saying that's one of the reasons why they haven't been getting many sacks because a lot of these quarterbacks been getting rid of that thing. They are not holding that ball. They letting it go. You know what I'm saying I think because it wasn't that like about halfway through the season we was kind of leading the I think Alcorn is leading we were leading the show. Then Alcorn took it over, but we were top in the FCS in sacks. We got it back.
That's it. We ended up getting it back. Alcorn had it for like 2 weeks, then we ended up getting it back.
Right. I'm saying, but they just the whole team just hadn't been getting a whole lot of sacks because quarterbacks just been getting rid of that rock. Yeah. They've been doing timing routes, man. You know what I'm saying ain't nobody trying to throw that thing deep downfield. They're not holding it for no 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. But look, I gotta tell you, and I'm not just saying it because you won't hear. Like I said, the main thing about Niles over everything. That's why I was rooting for him because again, going to check them out. Just trying to keep tabs on the team, and like last year, everybody focused on on James Houston, and rightfully so. But it was just like he stood out so much among everybody else. But you see, because to me, like Prime mentions the measurables all the time. Well, now it's got that. You see what I'm saying? And it was just like you could see even last year he was just raw as hell. But he was raw as hell, but he had the work ethic, but he got the measurables. Now so much more actually over every other DN that we have. He has the best pro potential measurables. But then he has the frame to grow. And so that's why when we talked about it last year, we were just like, man, he's getting the thing that's going to benefit him more than anything. And I think even more so at Tennessee is because he's getting NFL coaching every day. He got a straight, damn good reputation NFL D-line coach on him every day, molding him, and he taking it to coaching. And so you see it. And that's why I say you see the growth from year 1 to year 2. And we even speculate now, like, man, he's going to be hell to deal with come next season. Because I remember, I think it was after last season, man, he stayed in the gym. And you just saw it.
Yeah.
He was hungry. Yeah? And that's why I was like, bro, that dude here, I wasn't gonna go on record like what Kim said, regardless, like I was just gonna pick him to be defensive player of the year only because I didn't see the jump that I wanted to see, but I knew he was gonna be hell to deal with. I couldn't project the numbers, per se, but I knew he was gonna be hell to deal with. And then the FAMU game came, me and Ken that saw it live in person. Look, I'm on the sideline yelling to him when he came to me. So when we got with him before the Grambling game, I told him to his face, I was like, dude, it's yours for the take. He'll tell you. I told him it's yours for the taking, bro. And so the growth is there, man. He ain't scrapped the surface how good he gonna get, for real.
They kind of when you said the Grambling game, that's when he got his knee banged up. They did a dirty play on him. You know what I'm saying?
And he kind of slowed it down. He was pissed after the game too. He was pissed after that game.
Yeah, they did like a prop and chopping, and the old line jumped. I mean he hyped in the first 2 games, and everybody was coming for him. I said, boy, protect them legs, man.
Appreciate you, Driven Elite Basketball Academy for the sub. Yeah, man. You know, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be so, you know, in Mississippi, last game of the season, down in Jack Spinks. It's gonna be cold, man. I looked at the temp high in the
yeah, man. And two, what is it, last week? My cousins and stuff was asking me. I'm like, what was the temperature gonna be? I said, I don't know. I said, forecast. I mean, because literally, dude, all my years of playing, we had cold games during the like halfway through the season. We have one or two cold games. I couldn't remember not playing not one Jackson State game where it was cold. Even when we played y'all up in Jackson at night, I couldn't remember not now one of them 4 years that it was cold. For some reason, it was always a nice day.
Gonna be freezing Saturday though.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be on Saturday, man. I'm bringing the big coat, the hoodie, all that good stuff, man. I'm
layered up, brother. I'm layered up. I'm layered up and gonna be layered up.
I can't go out there and get sick, man. It's supposed to be like for about 15% chance of showers. We'll see, but it'll be cold. It'll definitely be cold.
No, it was cold in Mobile last weekend. Man, that wind was. Man, I was shaking like a leaf out there, bro.
So look, one of the other comments, people in the comments asked, you know, would you like to see Niles' hand in the dirt more?
Say that again.
One of the comments wanted to ask you, would you like to see Niles' hand in the dirt more?
I mean, whatever it takes for him, whatever he feel more comfortable in, yeah, because he can put his hand in the dirt. I mean, but I'm saying, it's just the style that Dennis Thurman want him in because they kind of playing like that amoeba defense. They come from different ways, but next year, I'm saying when he put that up, almost definitely. I'm saying, put your hand in the dirt and drive him like a Cadillac, son.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll take a big leap, but we got a lot of work left, man. We got a lot of work left this season. I know he locked in, and got to go get this one. Got to go get this one. How does he feel about playing against your alma mater? I mean, I know you played last year, but playing down there, has he spoken?
We're gonna gotta say that for Thanksgiving. I'm saying I congratulated him last year. But we're gonna say that for around Thanksgiving. I'm saying that yeah, y'all better win because I'm with a smirk on my face.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be our championship game. You know what I'm saying? In order to stop history.
I don't think it's gonna be no blowout, man. I don't think it's gonna be no blowout. I don't. I think it's gonna be
it's something to play for because it's something to play for Alcorn, that being the only SWAC team that stopped Jackson State from going undefeated during the regular season.
Never hit an end.
I'm saying stop that little history because you probably never see this again.
Man, I just want to honestly. I'm okay with beating Alcorn by 1 point. I just want to get out of there 11-0. That's all I want. I don't care about no blowouts. That's it.
That might hurt more than anything. Ken, here's the thing. Gonna hurt.
Well, no. I don't mean it like they played well. I mean, we could play bad like we did last. I don't want us to play bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the objective is to win. So if we just get the dub and we get to 11-0, it's cemented forever. It can never be undone.
No. I know that we don't supposed to keep things into perspective because a rivalry game, man, we about to run through. We about to run through Claiborne County, Loma Community College, Alcorn, whatever you want to call them. We about to run through them, dog. I don't see a pathway. Hey, no, they giving up. Look, they giving up.
Now, y'all might have a little more prices in you. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all get down there and get something. I mean. Not making jokes about y'all water situation in Jackson, but the water is always sweeter than Alcorn, baby.
Hey, guess what?
They get them a squig out of one of them water fountains down there. They might get a whole new jolt of energy.
Hey, listen. Hey, I remember the water fountains, man. Country boy. Hey, you know how it go.
No. When you from the country, it's well water. Nah, dog.
We had a well in front. We
got them too. We got them too.
Well water.
We had a well in the front.
Go down out from Rodney and get you some well water.
No, but I don't see a pathway for Alcorn in this game.
I don't
because aren't we on our third string quarterback?
Now he can't hit the wide side of a barn though. They best bet is
that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he can't.
Yeah, it's only so much you can do it. I mean, I ain't never know the team that just and it's gonna be hard. Because one thing about Jackson State, yeah, they've given up a few big runs during the course of the season, but then that's all anybody gives you. And if you don't score at the end, you're probably not going to score. But you're not. But you can't. I think they might give that up once a game. They'll give up a big run to every now and then on a few games. I think Texas Southern got two big runs. But I hadn't too many teams just broke off them those big 40, 50, 60-yard runs on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they got caught in a run blitz. But that's not going to win your game. I'm sorry, I'm saying because you're not going to keep getting that.
Yeah, and then also the other part to that too is, not only are they giving up a whole lot of points, they're not really putting up no points either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
I didn't have the stats in front of me.
They're giving up like about 26 points a game, but hell, they only scoring in conference play. I think it's like I'm gonna help them out in conference play. I think they get like about 24 points a game in conference. It's less than that outside of conference. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't see the. And then the one benefit that Jackson State has, because for any offense is like, hey, we want to run the ball. We want to have success run the ball. Every team wants to do that, right? But the thing about it is we're number one in the country against the run. Like, man, that's why I said we haven't given up 50. We won't give up 50 points all year in conference play. That's never been done before.
Oh wow,
man!
So now I'm gonna see.
I did the numbers. I didn't calculate how many rushing yards they had gave up per game, but I just looked at the stats this week and I jotted them down. That Jackson State hadn't given up a 150-yard pass for the whole season. I think the most in any two quarterbacks was like 138 yards. I said that is unreal.
Yep.
We've been on that.
That is remarkable.
Yep.
Huh?
We've been on that.
We definitely ain't expecting it to be this week because Buddy was ain't no way he gonna get 200 yards or 150.
So look, we've been on that because I said that has to be a record, knowing that you want to play a full season and not give up 200-yard passing for an entire season in any single game
for a whole season.
It has to be a record.
I mean, no, they haven't given up 150.
I think
the highest yard total was 138 yards.
No, they haven't.
Who did you give 150 to? I must have missed the second quarterback.
They gave up 130.
I added up on
they gave up 100. They gave up 130 versus Texas Southern. 100. Now I'm not giving the exact 130, but I know they gave it up.
No, they gave 133 to Texas.
No, I was saying they was in the 130s to Texas Southern, the 130s to Campbell, and I think that's it.
Go back and look at it. I'm saying, unless I looked at the wrong stat sheet. I did not see 150 passing.
I thought we gave up. I thought the most we gave up was like 100 and right at 170.
No, it was one. Hell no, it was 138.
It was 138. That's the most yards that passing yards.
That was Texas Southern.
Well, damn.
And for several and during several games it was different quarterbacks that played and still didn't give up 150 yards.
Well, here's another caveat: we won't have given up 1,000-yard rushing on the season. So not only did we not have allowed 200-yard passing to any quarterback, we didn't give up a cumulative of 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Boy, that is crazy.
And you have to understand,
that's got to be some kind of history right there. That's got to go down as probably one of the top defenses ever in FCS.
Oh no. It's hands down the greatest. Now people will say, watch this. People will say,
even I mean to cut you out. Even Alabama A&M collectively was only 135 between Quincy Casey and but go ahead.
Because here's the thing. Naturally people will say, well, you can't say that because of the different eras. And I would agree with them. But the one caveat that this defense has is with all the rule changes right now, they made it easier for offenses to score and do what they need to do. So the fact that we lead the nation in scoring, well, no, we don't lead the nation, but the fact that we're still only giving up like 11 points per game, and it's easy as hell for you to score, that you know what I'm saying, that's a feather in your cap. The fact that it's easier to move the ball and we still are giving up, we're not giving up 1,000 yards on the season. We haven't given up 175 yards passing a single game.
Man, not even 150, bro. Like, no. The 138 was Draylen Ellis, bro. That was Draylen Ellis from.
I added it up this week.
It's crazy. So what you're telling me is we'll probably barely give up over 1,000 yards passing on the season.
138 total against Alabama State.
Wow.
That's amongst two quarterbacks.
So now when you hear something like that, but then you listen to people on these different platforms saying that, oh yeah, I got Jackson losing, so the score gonna be 28-3. I'm like, how in the hell did you pick this number? And how they gonna get the points? You ain't getting the yards and you're not getting the points. So please tell me how you pull these numbers out your ass.
It's wishful thinking. I'm saying, you got so many closet haters out there, man. I'm saying that just want to see y'all lose. But I don't want to see. Well, not only because my son played ball, I don't want to see him lose at all. But to see a team, but to root for PWI or another FCS program, I'm saying over a SWAC program is sacrilegious. I mean that I just don't understand how people do that.
I agree with that.
Well,
yeah, it didn't happen unless it happened against
any kind. I don't care who it is.
138 is the most.
I'm saying I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, we've only given up good stat. Appreciate that, Blue, because Blue just put it up there. We've only given up a total of 1,038 passing yards, and that's in 10 games. So we're giving up
10 games. That's an average. That's an average 133 yards a game. 138
passing
in 10 games,
and we're not giving up. And we're giving up under 100 yards rushing the game. So again, I say, where's the pathway for this success for us to lose? Where's the pathway?
I mean, that's why I said what I would do. And from a strategy standpoint, I'm putting 8 in the box. I'm putting 8 in the box, and I'm living with whatever the quarterback come up with. I'm gonna do it. I'm going all out to stop Howard. You're not gonna do anything. I'm gonna shut that run down. This ain't a bold prediction, but Howard won't eclipse 100 yards this game.
Not if they do it like that, because like when we back when we used to play that, they used to do the opposite against us. They would, especially when we played PWIs, they would run 3, 4 at the mix, never blitz, but they would drop 8 and 9 players. They would drop. They would. I mean, they were going to make it so hard for Steve to throw that ball. But I'm sitting there yelling like, "Let's run the ball! Y'all doing? Run the ball!"
But see, the one caveat that Steve had is because he was such a damn great athlete and where he was dangerous running the ball. See, that was the other part. And then again, if you collapsed on him when he's running, he going up top over you, and he had the receivers to do it. Because I mean, 6'6" was a joke, man. 6'6" wouldn't be played with.
No joke, man.
So
I mean, that was, you know what I'm saying, because we used to go no huddle, right? We used to go no huddle. You know what I'm saying, we had 10 scripted plays. You know what I'm saying, in our no huddle. You know what I'm saying, and you want to know what Steve's play was? One. That was that deep ball for 6'6", baby.
Oh wow. Said Colorado beat Texas Tech beat Colorado women.
Wow.
When we lost to Colorado.
Jack State just beat them, right?
Yep. We beat. Appreciate you, Robert Roy.
Yeah. So that's why, Big Gaddy, that's why, again, people think, that's why me and Ken use this term, and we'll say, we know we could be fans, and we know sometimes we could be biased, but when it's time to get serious, that's why we'll say, hey, I'm taking my blue and white glasses off because I'm about to be logical. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we say that, and we get to talking scores and talking games, that's when I'm like, okay, well, please, as a fan of whoever you're rooting for, show me the pathway of how you're going to pick us to lose. We just talking football. Because if we're giving up at the time, we're giving up like 7 to 8 points per game. If we're only giving up 7 points, you're not finna have success running the ball. You're not going to get 150 yards passing. I was saying 200 at the time, but still, you're not going to get 150 yards passing. You're not going to get 100 yards rushing. You're going to score 7 points. But they're like, I got Jack State losing 28 to 14. Explain to me where you get 28 from. Enlighten me.
What's the most points been scored on Jack State this year? 16 points?
No, Grambling scored 24.
24. Who got the 24?
Because that fumble that Shador had and got ran back.
That was Grambling.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was a lot of fluke. Yeah. Okay. But besides that, I'm saying nobody has actually driven the ball down their throats a whole game. I'm saying to put 21 points in.
No. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
You got maybe 2 or 3 teams that got one drive to score a touchdown. But the name of the game is you got to do it again. Then do it again.
Yeah,
do it
exactly.
again. And
I mean, we're literally talking about start at your 20, start at your 30, drive it all the way downfield.
Exactly.
And who did that? Was it Texas Southern?
Alabama A&M was the only one that really beat us from a time of possession, amount of plays called. I mean, they uglied it up about as best as you could, and then a lot of it came in the second half.
Dude, that game last week. That was that one game that every great team has. Like I tell folks all the time, you know what I'm saying, before Alabama just got knocked off their high perch, that I watched Alabama football for years, you know what I'm saying? And I know that one game out of the year you had a chance to get them.
Yep.
And beat them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They was gonna have that one off game. You know what I'm saying? If you get them in, that was your only shot. And that's what happened last state. I mean, the first game they played, it was cold. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not making no excuses for them by no means, but every great team has one game that they just play shit. They just shit the bed. And that was that game. You know what I'm saying? And it was a wake up game for them. You know what I'm saying? So now they saw, and fortunately they didn't lose it, but you played so bad that you know you got to go back to the drawing board. You realize that you as one of my old coaches say, you ain't good. You ain't that good to just walk out here and just think somebody gonna lay down and gonna give it to you any kind of way. No Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you got to come out
here.
Crazy.
Yep.
So the time that you were at Alcorn, what was your record against JSU? Because you were the year before.
We poured a broom out on y'all.
Okay, I'm done.
We swept y'all, baby. We swept y'all. We swept Grambling. Southern was the only one that Texas Southern beat us one year. We went down there and played them. Michael
Strahan talk about that. Michael Strahan.
Yeah, I had to go back and retract it because I had forgot all about that game. We went down to Texas to Houston to play them, and I think we played at the University of Houston Stadium, and they had those. I mean, it was already hot down there, and they had those lights shining down on us. Man, we was dehydrated. Don't know what was out there. You know what I'm saying, and they got one in on us. But every other game, you know what I'm saying, and I got to get this to Texas Southern, you know what I'm saying. Out of all the teams in the SWAC we played, even though we used to whoop their butts, they played us. I guess we were their Super Bowl or something because they played us hard. We could watch film on them. I mean, these ain't the same guys we just watched on film. I mean, they was trying to kill us. And I think Michael Strahan was the only person to ever get a clean, almost knock Steve out the game lick.
Oh man,
he was the only one ever.
Man, I would love to see some of those games, man. If they replay some.
Well, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have the footage. I'm saying, but man, when I first was playing, we was still on the reel. We was watching film on the. They just bringing the canisters down from the office. I'm saying, and just putting that thing on the movie roll.
Yeah.
And then they digitized it. You know what I'm saying, probably my last 2 years. And so you didn't have no cameras in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? It was so hard for to pick players out and give catch stats and stuff like that. Because wasn't no end zone copy. It was just sideline copy.
Well, look, let me tell you. I don't know if you've been, but outside of what you probably see on YouTube, the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame Museum got damn good footage of Steve at Alcorn.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
So what was it more than just his senior year? Because I think, like you said, ESPN2 came along. That you can see a lot of footage from the 1990s.
No, they have.
Every now and then you see 90. You see a 93, a few 93 clips out there.
They have other footage of them there. Because I remember, I think I saw or recall there was some stuff from like his freshman year, but they pieced different years. So, but you would know since you played, what game they were. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they have great footage of him there, and this is pre-YouTube, so YouTube.
Well, the only good cameras were down there was WLBT.
Mm-hmm.
So they must have got all the news footage.
So this was 89 through 93. They wanted to know what years you were talking about.
Yeah, I was there 89 and 93.
Yeah, 89, 90. Yeah.
Well, look, since you mentioned him, how good was Strahan when you played him at college?
I whooped straight hands over him. Y'all don't want to make me cuss again. No. Strahan was that dude though, man. I'm saying, and yeah, I played majority right tackle. You know what I'm saying, and Strahan played that right defensive end, so we wasn't matched up at first. Mike was our left tackle, and Mike had a few problems with Strahan. You know what I'm saying, so they put me over there on him. I'm saying, because I was a little taller than Mike. You know what I'm saying, to kind of hand him up because he was over there. But Mike was one heck of a left tackle, right? But he was the only guy that probably that Mike gave Michael Strahan was probably the only guy that ever gave my boy Mike any problems. But Strahan, he was a real deal now. Like I say, I was blocking my guy on the right side, and I heard the whole crowd go, "Ooh, yeah!" I mean, I could hear the lick at the same time, and the whole crowd went, "Woo!" I looked back, you know what I'm saying? You could have got a chalk line out for Steve. He like he was dead. He was just laid out. I was like, "Oh my God, Mike!" And the whole line cussing Mike out. Hey man, what you? See you laying back there, you know what I'm saying, like a gunshot victim. He just stretched out. Yeah. I mean, the whole stadium went ooh, drowning out the band and everything. Ooh.
Wow.
And so, but Steve picked himself up off that ground, put in that locker room. I don't know what they gave him when he went in that locker room. He came running back out of. Man, he came running back out there and he licked their butt up.
So look, I'll tell you what.
You didn't kill me on that one.
So to segue to that then, since you mentioned Strahan, so your whole entire 4 years, who was the best D lineman you went against?
Y'all had two good. New Breed was pretty good. And then y'all had a guy there named Piotr Edwards. I think that was his name. Piotr Edwards or something. That dude was good, man. We was watching film. They're going up to the game to play y'all. We was coming up to play y'all up, and we was watching film, and my boy was like, "Man, you ain't gonna watch." I said, "Man, I ain't studying that dude. Man, he ain't." And I get in the game. You know what I'm saying? That dude had me working, man. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I underestimated you, player. Hey, you making me tighten my shoes up, you know, man. So, I see it's gonna be a fight out here. But he was pretty good, man. I'm saying, I can't remember too many guys. I'm saying, I know Texas Southern had another guy down there named Kevin Johnson. He played interior, but he moved inside and out. He was a pretty good dude. I'm saying he was as strong as an ox. Like I say, new breed. I'm saying the guys like Griffin from Grambling. I played against some dogs, man.
Did you play against? Was Mathis in the league then?
Mathis?
Robert Mathis.
No, this was before Mathis. Way before Mathis.
Yeah. Before.
What year did Mathis?
Mathis came in 2000s.
Yeah.
2000.
Now, I asked somebody about y'all had a run.
I thought it was.
And I've been listening to all these. I've been listening to all these podcasts for the last 2 years, and I hear people talk about the running back of Jackson State now, Savion Wilkerson, and everybody will always talk about Walter Payton, right? But y'all had a running back that I ain't heard nobody say nothing. No. He played around my time, and he was the truth. That game that we beat y'all down at to win the SWAC championship in '92, he had 300-something yards rushing.
That's William Arnold.
No, it was Big Country Johnson.
Oh, 44.
James Johnson. Big Country.
Man, Big Country is my
Steve will go down and score. Big Country go down and score.
Let me tell you something.
Go down and score. Big Country go down and score.
I said it. You got me now.
You stumped me now. Hold on.
Was that Carlos Knight?
No. Big Country was 44, but because I was about to say,
yeah,
I don't remember Big Country.
Exactly. I ain't heard none of y'all say nothing about Big Country, man. And that dude was the truth.
No. We talked about
y'all talk about it.
Yeah, because look, let me tell you why.
I'm saying this right here. Hold on. I got Mr. Polk on here. I went on Mr. Polk's show. Mr. Polk, put in the comments who I said was one of my number one most favorite players to ever play at Jack State. He was Big Country was the dude. He wore 41 though, didn't he?
44.
He was 41 or 44. I thought it was 44.
He was 44.
44. Well, I wore the 44. In Merle High School on the basketball court, I wore 44. I'm dead. Not even no BS.
No, you know what? I'm wrong.
He was 41. He was 41. I had the 41 jersey. 41 football jersey. I used to wear.
Let me tell you, me and Ken talked about him because I told Ken about the legend of James Johnson because I would never forget it. It was on Thursday night. He went down to the Hazelhurst Club O'Hara. He got shot, and he missed.
Yep.
And he missed one game, and came back and played. I'll never forget that as long as I live. We talked about this.
I'm a big fan. I'm
a youngin. I'm a
fan of big running backs. James Johnson is probably my most favorite Jackson State Tiger. Hold on, who did I have? I think it was Big Country, man. When I thought about
Big Country, you said Big Country.
Always been Big Country because I was a big kid. I'm a big heavyset kid, and I played running back. So when I played running, I was like big all-stock Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. So Big Country was my idol as a young man. I had the number 41 jersey. It was white, red. It was white navy with the red trim. Oh yeah,
I got too many. For me, it was Shannon Boyd, Darian Connor, then Sean Gregory, Antonius Kimbrough, Tim Barnett. Man, in the 80s, we had so many players, man. It didn't make no sense.
We were deep, man.
We had too many players in the 80s, man.
Y'all had a lot of players, and we still kicked that ass.
Not in the 80s, we
did. Hey, when you win, you win.
No, not in the 80s. Not in the 80s. In the 80s, y'all was legitimately.
So
I gotta give
you. Look,
that's all anybody ever heard was Jackson State this, Jackson
look,
State that.
I got my own theory. You know, Steve McNair was just retribution on Jackson State for what we did to Fred McNair. Because Fred McNair was awful against Jackson State. Yeah. And Steve McNair was retribution.
Yeah. And he came back and revenged his big brother.
He did that.
You know what I'm saying? Now y'all want to talk about a tough quarterback though. I was a freshman at Alcorn when I witnessed Fred McNair play. I'm talking about dude. The dude was I mean, I guess it's just in their DNA. You know what I'm saying that toughness, man. Because I think they was playing Lamar. I was red shirted. I'm standing on the sideline, and I seen this dude come around the corner and ask Fred. You know what I'm saying, and he hit him, and Fred didn't move, bro. I'm like, God damn, he just soaked that up like it wasn't nothing. But I mean, he was one tough quarterback, bro.
He was, man. And you know what? And I gotta say this because Prime had an effect on Fred and Steve. Because you go back and watch the '87 game where Fred was quarterback and Fred had the headband around the neck.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Go back on YouTube and watch. And a little tidbit for a lot of people who don't know. If you go look at Alcorn helmet, Fred's senior year, they had the spear on the side of the helmet just like Florida State. It was purple.
Oh yeah, he had the little spear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Let me see. I was a youngin. I remember all this, dog. I was and was there.
But then that go back to back to what we was talking about with Eddie Rod. You know what I'm saying, they talk about this who is SWAC. You know what I'm saying, I have to question all the youngins. You know what I'm saying, because y'all don't understand when how they want to say they got it in the mud. You know what I'm saying, now we are SWAC, you know what I'm saying, because I remember not even having a trainer, period. And they all crying about it, ain't got no trainers. You know what I'm saying, oh, we coach over there, hey man, go put him in some ice. Man, throw some dirt on it, he'll be all right. You know, dude, we got it in the mud, bro. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, Big Daddy, I'm gonna see if you remember this. Look, so back then you didn't have no media day. You had the coaches caravan. They would go, all the coaches in the SWAC would get together on a bus and go all throughout Mississippi and throughout the SWAC and talk shit in front of everybody.
Yep, like it was Mid-South Wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they be talking shit to each other.
They do their promos.
Yes. SWAC coaches caravan, and they go together. So yeah, bro, I remember all that.
1984 through '88, running back Billy Smith, Blue, Lewis Tillman, Ricky Flowers, Steve Smith,
Tim Barnett.
Tim Barnett.
Yeah,
man.
I remember. See, I've been seeing people say those names over these last 2 years, but I hadn't heard nobody say nothing about my boy James Johnson. That's why I had to bring him up.
Yeah, I did. James Johnson.
Lewis Tillman.
You might have missed that episode. That's my favorite. And I got a handful of players that I say is my favorite Jackson State players, man. One of them is I know everybody say Shannon Boy and all the other ones, but one of my favorite was Graylin Pratt, though. That was one of my favorite players because it was just about instrumental from like the eras that I can remember as I was coming up. So Big Country was my most favorite, though.
Let me tell you something. Graylin Pratt got cussed out in so many households because nobody appreciated that dude. They wanted Mark Washington. When they got him, he threw a damn interception. But we went from Walter Payton. No, forgive me. You go from Lewis Tillman to James Johnson to William Arnold to Carlos Knight to Destry Wright. Who came out of this right? Because William Arnold is a running back that we don't really appreciate. That's who played against Steve when you was there. Because William Arnold ran for like 300 some yards one game. Instead of NCAA record.
Yeah, after him, I know Tanaka Council came.
But the Tanaka Council came. He was there when Destry was there.
Well, he was like Destry. When Destry left, he was the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm saying, but he was there when Destry was there. Then when Destry left, he took over as the main running back.
Yeah.
Just like you guys do, just like you guys doing now. You know what I'm saying, now next year, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get with my boy Mike, my left tackle. Now he's our historian. I mean, that dude don't forget.
You got to be careful with Mike. Now he already traumatized when he laid Steve out in Houston. You got to be him to that careful.
Oh, no, I'm saying no. He got over it. Big Mike got over it. You know what I'm saying, we cussed him out real good. He got over it though. No, man. To make it so bad, that was on the yard, bro. That wasn't in Houston. when Steve got that hit, I mean, that was on the yard.
That's why the crowd said, "Ooh."
The whole crowd, woo.
Well, he was gonna have a hard time.
Mike is our historian. You know what I'm saying? He knows everything.
Michael was after Destry.
Was that I can't even read that. I'm blind, y'all.
Yeah, but he had a year with Destry. He followed him after the fact, but he was there at the same time Destry was there too.
Didn't want to get no burn.
Yeah, he didn't play that first year. He was there when Destry was there.
Yeah. And then after that, we hit 2003, and then it got fuzzy. I don't remember nothing around that era.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
We got. Yeah, that's like 2013 to 2020, man. It's like it's fuzzy to me.
It don't even exist. You know what I'm saying?
No, we had our run. I'm saying that all these state folks up here in Nashville that they didn't want to see me coming because I was letting them have on that time that we was on our run.
Man, Alcorn had a damn good run this decade.
Yeah, but you know what though? But here's the thing: when Alcorn was on their run, we were 500 with Alcorn during their run.
Yeah. Y'all was hanging in there. That rivalry thing still played its factor. Y'all stayed, you know what I'm saying, but we became the max of the SWAC for at least half a decade.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I'm thinking about. Chris Burkett.
Y'all say y'all was 500 though.
On highlights. Yeah, highlight. My mom used to run that.
Yeah, man.
I knew Burkett personally, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Tim Barnett, Chris Burkett, and Antonius Kimbrough.
Yeah. That was a hell of a duo.
Yeah, bro. And Harold Heath at tight end.
Harold Heath. That's, man, we got rich history, man.
Hey, bro. Look, it's uphill. I lived it.
Yeah. Zoe, you strong with it.
Yeah, that's why they call him Zoe DeLorean, man. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna try to. I call him and be like, bro, who is this, man? Who did this? I
got this old CTE thing going on. I'm saying, hell, I can't remember 2 days ago.
Well, it's happened to me too. It's called E&J and Hennessy.
Speaking of, I'm about to go.
Hold on 1 second, fellas. Hold on.
He about to pull some up. That's what he finna do. He about to pull it up. He probably got some shine.
I'm about to do the same, man. Yes, indeed. We'll rock out for a little while. For a few more minutes, man, and then we'll call it. I got a pack, man.
Man.
He's going to get that stag.
I tell you, Sally, I bet he probably got some white lightning.
He got that lawnmower fuel.
He got that white lightning. That's the same thing that made JJ on Good Time made him a heavyweight champion in boxing.
That's speed, man. I don't know what
Boosie Farnsworth. That's what we call. Let's get it again. Boosie Farnsworth.
Can't ask your mom about poetry now to highlight. Oh yeah, I used to be there. I used to be there all the time. Moms used to hold it down, man. Straight up. And the Cartier.
Oh, I remember the Cartier.
Moms ran the Cartier, man. That was,
I forgot about that.
Hey man, yeah, I remember.
I forgot.
I remember the poetry nights, bro. I used to go through there, slide through, be back there chilling with moms. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing. I was still in high school then, so.
But yeah, man.
Mad Dog 2020. Woo wee. Jeez. Oh man, the whole stuff. I'm pretty sure you know my mom then, C-Lee.
That MD don't stand for Mad Dog.
It's my mom's name. I'm pretty sure you know.
Bruh, you drink that MD, it ain't Mad Dog. You gonna drink that shit, you gonna say, man, damn. Cause when you wake up,
See, Lee, yeah, I'm positive you know my mom's. If you hosted the poetry night,
bruh, I'm telling you,
where's that?
you see,
he is really digging.
you getting that white lightning. That's all.
Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all got nothing. I'm saying just give a toast. I'm saying I don't know if I catch up with y'all on the yard or not. Or what time y'all plan on getting down there?
I'm riding the bus, so I should be on the yard around no later than 7:30, 8 a.m.
I won't make that one. I'm saving soda for SWAC championship.
Yeah, so that's that white lightning. You got that. You got the top.
Did I tell you? I called it.
Yeah. You see how frosted it is.
Look, I called it. You know, hey, what you got in your cup that made Boosie Farnsworth a heavyweight champion?
Let me tell you something. That stuff, my boy. Ooh, wee.
Give a shout out to the 2022 Soul Bowl, fellas.
Since I ain't doing no driving, I definitely take a shot with you on Saturday because I'm gonna need something to keep me warm. Boy, that stuff gonna have your whole body warm, dog. You hear me?
Look how you looking. Look how you looking.
Ooh.
There's one that oh yeah, shit, yeah. Whew. That's that ice water, fellas.
Look, it's water. It ain't ice water though, but it's some water, fire water.
That's been sitting in my freezer for the last 6 months.
I was about to say you can leave it in there for a year, so it ain't gonna freeze.
No, it ain't gonna freeze. It ain't gonna freeze. The jar just frosted. It ain't gonna freeze though.
That water, all right, it's fire water.
Yes, indeed, boy.
Woo.
But I tell you what though, come December 3rd, I'm gonna make sure I have some to toast with you.
Oh yeah, I got we got a nice little contraption that we. No, I better not say that because they
No. But I tell you what though, I promise you, I'm gonna find my way to come see you in the stadium. Because we got every touchdown.
300 proof, damn.
Every touchdown, I'm toasting white lightning. Every touchdown championship game.
Man, I think y'all walked by me one game. What game? It might have been the Grambling game. I seen Ken walk by me. You know what I'm saying, but I was a little bit down the road. But stuff. I was sitting up there with my brother and my sister.
Oh yeah, we was all over the place. Grambling game.
Yeah, y'all was all over the place.
But
I think when y'all walked out the field, y'all walked up to the press box up there, top up there.
So look, I'm telling you now, you got my word. I'm gonna get with you during that game, championship game.
You know what's funny? I just thought about that. My homeboy sell it, bro. They went to Alcorn. My boy Robert. I know Rob will be out there. I know he what's his name, man? I think his name Robert too. He said the favorite.
Robert Hinton,
Young Buck.
What did he play?
Well, he just went down there. Oh man, what?
Oh, well, it was a time that we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't but that big.
So he be having the little wagon or whatever. Had a little cooler with all the moonshine with the flavors in it. He got the different flavors and everything.
I should know him.
He said in the country we drink some and pour the rest in the tractor. God.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let me tell you something.
You can take a boy out the country, can't take the country out the boy.
Not at all.
Oh my God, man.
Not at all. Country boys, man.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We know at Alcorn, we take all the jokes, I'm saying, about how country we are. And we don't give up. That because the people who go to Alcorn, we love us some Alcorn. I wouldn't change them 4 years of my life, nothing in the world, dog. I had the best times of my life down out in that country.
Big Eddie, I'm from Jackson. I grew up in Coldwater.
Okay.
Coldwater. Do your research.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I know what it is.
But see,
I ain't gotta do too much research though.
My pops been living in the he lived in the backwoods of Madison, like way down Hoyt Road before it became like this elaborate nice city now. And it's country as hell. Once you get past a certain point, yeah, you go back to that. So I've been doing a lot of country things since I was 7 years old, man. Yes, indeed, bro. It was a hard transition though, because I grew up in the city, so having to go stay at Dad's house, man, was just tough, man. But he's still out there. He was a country dude, man.
I guess. See, I can talk about that. No guys ever. No other college on this planet do a guy go to school to learn how to skin a deer.
Yeah, we did that in the backyard though. Did that in the backyard.
That's what I'm talking about. We doing that on campus. I'm saying, and behind the door, we skinning deer. And one of them city slickers from Chicago or something come down this stretch having a and them saying, "Hey man, we just hit this deer out there on the stretch. What about? We're going to get." And we had a nice barbecue the next day.
Mm-hmm. No, Vince, I'm from Jackson, but I spent all my summers, all my childhood in Coldwater, Mississippi. My parents are from Coldwater, Mississippi. One of my dad's childhood friends is Kamala to y'all, John Henry to us.
Yeah, for real? They said Kamala.
Kamala ain't from no parts of Africa. He is from Coldwater, Mississippi.
I know. That's what I'm saying, but y'all do him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, John Henry. I got stories for days. I have a famous relative. Ken knows about this. My cousin is James Earl Jones. He's from Arkabulla, Mississippi, on the pathway to Coldwater.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
My mom's from Yazoo City, bro. Daddy from Madison, from Canton, actually.
Trust me, I know. You got Coldwater, Arkabulla, Senatobia. You got Holly Springs. All on through there on the backside of Chula. So when you come leave my grandparents their farm, you got a back road where you go by Pritchard, and it's a road called Bluff Road. Run you right in the 61 to carry you on through Tunica on the backside of the
I still call it Sugar Ditch, man. I'm saying that ain't Tunica to me.
Mm-hmm. And you got Pritchard.
I didn't know Larry Who was from Jackson.
Right through Pritchard. But yeah, bro, Kamala is straight from Coldwater, where God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's straight from Coldwater.
Yeah, man.
Retired from wrestling, started driving 18-wheelers.
Kamala. Yeah, man.
All the way until the diabetes took him down, he lost his legs. I know a lot about Kamala.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fellas, man, this is fun, man. I'm gonna get ready to
much fun.
I gotta pack because once I leave tomorrow, man. I ain't gonna be back until a week and a half, man. So,
hey, but Big Daddy, look, I promise you, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. I'm gonna send you my info so we get trade info. But I'm gonna get up with Championship Game, dog. We're gonna get up.
What time you gonna
be? Ken, make sure you try to hit me up. And I'm saying I don't know how the reception gonna be on the yard. Hit me up. I'll let you know where I'm at. I'm saying you come over and hang out with us.
Let me put you on a little something. See, I got an internet the internet pack I pay for. I got to bring.
Hey man, don't believe that hype, man. We got reception down there. I mean, all these motherfuckers.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, we got internet on the yard, bro.
Listen, I'm bringing my internet because. And listen, at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock a.m., them OG Jordan 1s drop. And I got to
brag them shoes.
I got to get them, man. You don't know I'm a sneakerhead. It's all good. I got it. I showed him some ones I got just the other day, man. But I got to get the OGs, man. And I said to myself, I was like, oh my goodness, bro, they gonna drop and I'm gonna be a damn blowman. If my reception go bad, I'm gonna be so angry.
The only reason it might go bad because it's gonna be. I mean, the stadium on the holds right at 20. what I'm saying? But it's going to be
25.
about 40 to 50,000 people on that damn yard, man. I mean, and I hate you not go make it Zoe, you know what I'm saying, because I don't know last down there for a game, you know what I'm saying. But that Jackson Stadium, I mean, because they don't play it there that often, you know what I'm saying. But that game, man, when I talk about, you know what I'm saying, the reservation looks like a reservation for real, because it's gonna be smoke going every goddamn well. Excuse me, I'm cussing like a sailor on y'all thing. I ain't trying to get
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go and say this. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag, and Ken already know this. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag, and none of y'all even know this. I actually attended Alcorn for a year.
Yep. There you go. Yeah. Let the cat out the bag, man.
Hold on. I got it's even better. I actually walked on the football team.
Oh, that's what's up, brother.
I walked on. I was there from 99 to 2000. Then I got their good sense and transferred to.
They had to take your butt back up to the city, huh?
Hey man.
I understand, dog. I used to see all those guys, them little freshmen come in all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that Alcorn life wasn't for everybody. I see them across the locker room, and I hit my boy, I nudged my boy. I said, he got that far away look in his eyes, man. You know what I mean? At 3 o'clock in the morning, motherfucker gone.
One thing I will say is that
he don't got up, kid. 3 o'clock in the morning, they gone. Hey man, that stuff ain't for everybody, bro. What you got there, Zoe?
Man, you gotta remove that filter, bro. I can't see nothing.
Hold on, I can't.
There you go. Alcorn. See your book.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he blended right into the filter. Got his book. He went and got his book.
I got a friend there. I don't think I'm lying. They think it's some cap.
You had hair on there, I bet. We definitely gonna be able to see the picture, bro.
I did.
Wait, I had a screenshot there to send it to me. I had to put it on the page.
Just turn the. Well, let me see the yearbook. I mean, I'm so like I don't know what. Well, there we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful purple and gold right there. Look at that right there. It's blending in with that blue.
2000. You can't see that. You got to screenshot that and send it, bro. Send it to me.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Hey, man. I mean, I ain't gonna. Y'all some good fellas, man. You know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna never head. I'm saying, it's just that time of the year because I got a lot of friends. Actually, my neighbor who just moved to Atlanta, who's I think he's a member of the 1400. He spent something. Kitchens. Chauncey Kitchens.
Chris Kitchen?
Yeah. He was my next door neighbor. Yeah. He just moved to Atlanta.
Chris treasurer, man. He's on the board.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. I mean, with we was bumping into him at every game, you know what I'm saying, last year. But I was buying the house, you know what I'm saying, the guy I was buying it from, he said, yeah, I got I got some black couple that stays next door, you know what I'm saying? I think they went to Jackson State. I said, you lying. I couldn't wait to meet him as soon as I moved over here. They had the little Jackson State flag flying on the side of the house and stuff.
Hey man, Zoe had hair on this joke. I got to put this on there. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna laugh y'all ass off and do it.
Look. Zoe had hair and a different last name. Zoe had hair and a different last name.
Purple and gold on my name and then black right there on him. Yeah.
Man, why the hell I save it twice? There you come. Boom shakalaka.
That's the one to sip because it's pretty good, baby.
There's water over there.
None the October.
Shit.
There you go, Gaddy.
I had to blow it up right there. There you go, there, dog. Is that a Tommy Hilfiger?
Oh man, look, there goes that Hennessy again. I couldn't tell you.
That's crazy, bro. Hey man, you look just like yourself, man. You just got hair on your
Yeah,
head.
you do.
You look like you got that Stephen A. Smith line, but you know, you can tell that he was thinning out. Let me see. Eric Torrey. I'm trying to see if I know any of these folk, man. I don't know these folk, man.
Me neither.
Look like a bunch of man, you yeah, bro.
Yeah,
For 1 year,
they are
dog.
too young.
Let me take this.
What you?
99, 2000. I was there for 1 year.
99, 2000. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe was a
The
cutie.
Hills 99.
That's too funny.
No, I was up in Nashville. Yeah.
Somebody said they look like a polo. So they all look scared. Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, man.
The man said I sound like an old lady. LL, you look like yourself. Yeah, you sure look like yourself.
Oh man.
I don't know what you said. Zoe, was that your freshman photo? Coach.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I want to say this. I'm saying it's gonna be an uphill battle for them Braves. I'm saying, but I'm wishing them the best. I'm saying, I'm not gonna cry either way. You know what I'm saying? Who wins the game? You know what I'm saying, but that purple and gold still fills my soul. But I gotta go. That 57 is in my heart though. So you know, man, I gotta support my boy.
Yeah, man.
No doubt.
I hope he have a monster game and y'all have a fantastic Thanksgiving dinner conversation.
Oh, most definitely. I mean,
Yes.
he gonna come in rubbing that ring in my face because he already called me and said my ring look better than yours.
Yeah.
You know what?
Clean though.
I tell you what, because of the style of play that Alcorn has, and they got inexperience behind center. I said because since Alcorn has the style of play that they have, and they got inexperience behind center. I was saying because of the style of play that Alcorn has, and because they have inexperience behind the center, I think Niles gonna have a big game.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's back healthy.
I think
he's back healthy now. You know what I'm saying, so it depends on them. You know what I'm saying, if they throw that thing, you know what I'm saying, he's coming.
Well, I think they're gonna have to throw it, or either they just gonna concede to running because we got to score quick on them. We get up 2 touchdowns, it's over. They're not gonna be able to run all game to catch up.
Right, they're gonna have to put it in the air.
Trying to put it in the air. If you put it in the air, it definitely bodes well for us because we coming after him now.
And look, inexperience behind center is not good. I think Travis gonna get another interception this game. I think turnover is gonna be key. I'm telling you, we're gonna win by no less than 21 points.
Well, I got my fingers crossed, and I'm saying I ain't hoping. I'm speaking it into existence because my son need about 3 to be back in consideration for that first team all SWAC. So he gonna need about 3 to get back in that running.
Oh shit!
So
I forgot.
I'm speaking into existence.
Hold on. Did they give the team out right after the last game or after the SWAC championship game?
Yeah, it's gonna be coming to the week of the SWAC championship game.
Fuck.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
No. I forgot.
Well, I'm saying, Ronnie Thompson is leading.
He is.
And Isaiah just overtook him by 1 sack. So if they going by just sacks and stacks, saying he's gonna be on the back end of that. You know what I'm saying, but they go like that. Jack State just got a dominant defense. They spread the wealth, and he part of it. Then that's a whole no. We'll just see how the voting go down, because I know if the coach is doing the voting, he's gonna get a lot of votes because he had a lot of respect because of the way they had the game playing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That but
because he most definitely should have had 3. He should have had 3 sacks in that Florida A&M game.
No sir. No, sir.
Yeah, 4.
No, sir.
4.
He should have 4.
What we counting?
He should have had.
One of them got called back because of parents. The other one, he had a strip
2
sack.
penalties.
They didn't call that one.
The one that Joker ran back.
Yeah.
He should have had 4 sacks against Fam, and he should have had 3 sacks against Grambling.
Yeah.
He was pissed after that Grambling game. Whew.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Now legit could be in high double figures right now.
Yeah, he could.
Mm-hmm.
He could. They kind of spread the wealth around this year.
And like I told him last year, I was like, dude, that shit that happened last year, that shit was a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they had high motors, but Isaiah getting 19, said that shit don't happen, bro. I don't know. I mean, that was remarkable. You know what I'm saying? You just falling into that many sacks, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to be just as good.
But here's the thing. I look at the rest of the season. He still had a good year, but we can't act like he didn't get 5 sacks against a D2 team with a horrible O-line.
Mm-hmm.
That factored in. Because granted, even without that 5, because he finished with what? Wasn't it 19 sacks?
Yeah, 19.
So but watch this. You take 5 from that 19, it's 14. That's still a good number. But then now if he got 14, James Houston get Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we gonna see. Definitely gonna hit you up when I get on the yard.
But look, one last thing, and I'll leave it at this.
Definitely do. You know what I'm saying? And Ken text Zoe my phone.
Take Zoe your
you know what
number.
I'm saying? And
Okay, we're gonna link up.
text me. You know what I'm saying? I'll lock you in.
Yeah, we're gonna link up. We're gonna link up.
Man,
I'm gonna get with you.
It was great talking to y'all, man. I appreciate you inviting me on, man.
Yes, sir.
Likewise. All love. Likewise.
This is fun, man. This is fun. Definitely, man. This is. I know when we talked on the phone.
And then next time, fellas, you know what I'm saying, y'all be safe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying happy Soul Bowl to you.
Yes, sir. I'll see you in a couple days, brother. Peace out.
Yeah, man.
That was a treat, bro. Damn good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. Well, dog, I appreciate you coming on, man. I need about a good hour and a half, bro, to try to sort through everything. I'm in the process of cleaning. I got to unpack. You know, I'll be traveling so much. It take me a whole week to unpack a bag, but now I got to go unpack and pack. Hey, bro, it's straight, man. I travel so much now, bro, to where, like, at least all my toiletries, I have separate toiletries everywhere. Like when I go home, I got toiletries at the house, and I got toiletries back in Jackson. I got my regulars here, and then I got my travel joints, bro. Like I don't. It's like that, but I got to think through the amount of days I'm gonna be gone, bro. I got shoes being delivered. I got to reroute my shoes because I don't want no packages sitting outside the crib, and you feel what I'm saying? So,
bro, you know what? I'm gonna tell you
something.
something.
Yeah, bro, I need your help, dog. I gotta get these things hung up, man. So send me that link so I can get these.
Oh yeah.
These up on the wall.
Oh, they hung on the side. Yeah, like that.
That ain't gonna be dope though. That ain't gonna be fire. That's too small. I'm gonna go get that case.
Now you get quite a few of them. You can actually twerk that.
Let me see something. Put that joint right there.
You just looking at one. When you got quite a few of them, you're gonna be able to twerk it.
Yeah, I might put that white one up there too, like that. I'm gonna get the office right, man. Look at that thing right there. Turn them like this. Hold them up like this right here, facing each other.
You can.
I like these little joints. I need the white block, man. I need the white with the blue block, and I need the blue with the red block, bro. I need Dad. I need you to come on with it, dog. I need the mini helmets, bro. Matter of fact, he might well need to make the chrome mini helmets, all the helmets that we got right now. He need to make all of them. He ain't gonna do it.
Hey, that chroma hit hard.
I believe with the J. I rock that bad, baby. I want all the helmets. Just we'll see. But look, chat, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Again, as always, man, y'all make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Appreciate y'all always for tuning in. Shout out again to our women's basketball team. Rooting for the men. When would I be back on this joint, bro? Friday, man. I come back on probably Friday night, man. Friday night, come back on, have like a quick preview, 30, 40 minutes, no more than an hour. Come on, give y'all a little FaceTime, and then definitely gonna do a reaction show Saturday night after I get back from Lorman, man. So looking forward to that, bro.
I'm just gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be on one SWAC championship game. So don't mind me. Don't blame my heart, blame my head. I'm gonna be on one.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, dog. Well, brother, appreciate it, man.
Hey, man.
You ready to call it?
All right, bro. Hey, peace out, everybody. I love. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Dude.
Yeah, my bad.